use their quarters for cooking too.
I wonder how many people live here.
Well, I bet they must have.
Looks to be a weaving loom. Spinning wheel. Another large fireplace. Very, very interesting. Wonder what they had in the downstairs part of this building. You can see now. Must have been for livestock, maybe? Maybe that one down there is the slave house, I don't know. Doesn't look like, huh? Yeah. Of course, there's no floor left in that one over there. Posted no trespassing, keep out. Looking at some serious history from 1864. Franklin, Tennessee. A lot of people died here. Approximately 40,000 troops between the North and the South. About 10,000 people died on this property in the Battle of Franklin. And all because the North was in control of Nashville, Tennessee, which is a major shipping area. And the South wanted it back. Franklin, Tennessee was still in federal control. Some pretty old shingling there.
This could be the spring house.
Okay. There's water running down through the bottom of that too. Huh?
That's the spring house.
Okay. So evidently that's the spring house there. Okay, that is indeed the slave house. My lovely is looking at the map. They had us leave the house through the back, which is actually the front door, where we entered, where you see the porches there is actually the back of the house. Those porches were built on after the house was built, and upstairs they have access to those porches, which they made from windows. They took the brick out from below the windows, put in small doors, and opened up the small doors, opened up the windows so they could access the porch. Interesting idea. Evidently trying to get some pictures of it. Back of the place. It's a beautiful house. Lord, I wish I could have had pictures on the inside. Very, very pretty. Very peaceful setting today. Would have been horrible to see. Back porches. Get to look around the cemetery next, it looks like. This walkway leads out back, or out front, as the case may be. This is the entrance of the house. And what the tour guide was saying, this house was actually lived in until the 60s. Is that right?
I think so.
Privately owned. No longer in the hands of the original family. The house was actually used as a hospital during that battle. And they have fixed up the inside of the house the way it may have looked back in 1864. Another porch. This is the front porch again. Chimneys. Huh?
Over here is the garden.
We can go in there if you want. This is the family garden.
The original garden was in front of the house on the southeast corner. When John inherited the home in 1843, he moved it to the current location. Through plant evidence and scholarship, the garden was reconstructed to appear as it did when created in 1847. The larger cedar tree and the yuccas are the only elements surviving from the original planting. Common enclosures for 19th century gardens were fences for the north and west borders for shelter from cold northwest winds. A hardboard fence or wall is best.
Wow. The Davitt Garden. This is what Barb just read. Still a little bit if you want to read it too. the tour guide explained what the name of the place actually signifies. The McGavern family came from Ireland, and the Carnton name was actually the name of the place that they left over there when they immigrated to the United States. And he named this place after his family place. And it signifies a place of rest, or a place of burial. It's so interesting that this place signified that from the original dialect. It's a beautiful centerpiece right there. Huh. Yeah, no doubt. Looks like this is all cedar over here, doesn't it? Nice custom. By the look of the bark coming off stuff back there, it looks like cedar. Big old gnarly tree over there. One of the original trees, and that big cedar right there in front too. If those trees could talk, what stories would they tell? Left their garbage behind. Jack Daniels, maybe. Interesting trees here. Don't know. Maybe somebody who watches this video can eventually tell us what kind of trees those are. I haven't got a clue. Must have been a horse run. over here to the pasture. Roses are. Tree healing itself. Love to see this garden in the summertime when everything's in full bloom. This is November 17th, 2015.